do it. Okay, and let's see a couple of other pictures too. On this picture it takes about 9 seconds to get here, and here supply it takes about 5 or 6 seconds to get here, and here it takes about 5 or 6 seconds to get there, and so on and so on. There's many spot places on every map that you can easily use. Okay, and then there is some other little things that you can use, and now let's see some of them. Okay, the first one is that if you kill the enemy and he just step out even before he is falling down to ground, so he probably spawns right away. I mean, let's see an example with normal dying and tap outing immediately. So here is the normal dying, and here is tap outing immediately. Okay, then another little thing. So for example, if you kill one enemy and then another enemy comes, he's medic and he kills you, and he's trying to revive that dead enemy, but that dead enemy just tap out, so he probably spawns right away. Yeah, so let's see a video example. Okay, nice. But now we need to move on to the next subject, which is rushing, aka pushing out. And what does pushing out means? Well, when your own spawn time is closing to, meaning about 10 seconds or under, you want to push out toward enemies and make as much damage, kills and keeps as possible, and then just self-kill right before your own spawn. So that weakens the enemy and you have time to get back to your own positions before enemy comes too near. Okay, and let's see 2 video examples. At this first one, this is 3 versus 3. We have of course the enemy spawn time, and our enemy is getting the CP, and we are rushing for them after that. Yeah, so 2 of us rush for enemy and trying to make as much damage, kills and gives as possible. The third one is behind us. Yeah, so we killed a couple of enemies and then we self-killed, and our last guy kills the last enemy. So that was very successful push out. And yeah, all of that happened pretty fast, but you can of course pause and watch again and think about it, what there happened. But let's see another example, and maybe we will watch it a bit more slowly. Okay, so the situation is as following. The enemy has the gold and is escaping with it. As you can see on this picture, there is the guy with gold, and there is another guy with him too. And the third enemy is somewhere, we don't know where. But the enemy does not have the CP yet, so they are spawning back, far away back. And now let's see what will happen. Okay, so we killed the 2 guys with gold and also returned the gold and found the last enemy. And now I see that my teammate is going for that last enemy, and also I see that enemy just spawned and I have 12 seconds until my own spawn. And I remember that enemies are spawning back, so I decided to start pushing out for them. So let's see what will happen. Okay, so I push out for enemies, and actually I killed the engineer and even gift him. And now I just need to self-kill before my own spawn, which is pretty close. So that way enemy cannot still build the CP, and my push out was pretty successful. Okay, and the next subject is grenades and how to use them effectively. Yeah, so when to use grenades and how to use them right. Well, you can use grenades for many different purposes, but now I will just focus on 3 of them, and let's see. Okay, so killing on spot place with grenade, it's pretty easy after all, because you know when the enemy should be there, so all what you need to do is just time the nade right, and boom, that's it. So now let's see a couple of video examples. Okay, the first one, you see that the enemy spawned, and you know it takes about 9 seconds to get the corner, so you just time the nade right, and boom. Yeah, easy bash. Second example, you know that all enemies spawned, so you push out a little bit and time a nade right, and a boom. Then little extra SMG kills and gips and so on. Okay, third example, I see that one enemy just got killed at main and he got full spawn, and one enemy is shooting at side with my teammate, and I see also that one enemy just spawned, so let's see. And what I am thinking is that third enemy who spawned, he can go main or side, and I'll make sure if he goes side, we'll get him. Well, he came side and I got him, so GG. And all of these examples were based on enemy spawn time, because you know where and when the enemy should be. Also, mostly the defensive side does this, not the attacking one. Okay, and then another use for grenades is using them on spawn killing. And unfortunately I don't have any nice video clip, but what I have is this super awesome picture what I made with my even more awesome painting skills, so let's see. Okay, so mostly the attacking side does this. And to do this you need to know enemy's exact spawn time. So you can start ticking the grenade 1 second before enemy spawned, so the grenade will explode right after the enemy spawn shield ends. So you can either throw the nade, or you can just run towards enemies and explode the nade and get some enemies full. Yeah, so this is it basically, so you just need to know the exact enemy spawn time. Okay, so using grenades before self-killing, for example, when you are pushing out, you can be ticking the nade and explode it immediately, or you can just push out with SMG, and before you self-kill you can drop the nade and hope that enemy runs on it and that he explodes. So let's see video examples. Okay, the first one, I will be pushing out with ticking nade. Okay, and second one, I will drop the nade. And the reason why I will drop the nade is that suddenly I saw one enemy at main. I couldn't see that engineer or medic or whatever, but if it would be engineer, we'll just wait that we self-kill and spawn, and then he just put in to tank and repair it. So I will drop the nade next to tank, so if he jumps in, he will explode on that nade. Yeah, I think that's enough about grenades, but you can use them also for spamming. Engineers are good for spamming nades, and also destroying objectives like tanks and whatever. Yeah, but now let's move on. Okay, I will not talk much about this, because there really is no much to talk about. You just need to know enemy spawn time, so then you know when they spawn and where they spawn. So you just need to be ready to kill them when they comes out from spawn. And the faust and field ups are very useful for spawn killing. And why you should spawn kill? Well, let's take example, your allies. You can get 2 enemies full, so your team can play power play like half minute. So it's very useful. And now just take a look on one video example, and then let's move on. And let's see some random extras like defending flag and kill revive, keeping maybe, and press shooting. So So let's see. And let's see first kill revive, and what does it mean? Well, if you are a medic and you see that your teammate has very low health, like clearly under half, you can just kill him and then revive him and give him a couple of medipacks. So that's pretty fast way to get his health up. Press shooting can give you a great advantage over your enemies on one-on-one situations or even versus many enemies. And when to use it? Well, if you for example hear that enemy is coming around corner, you can just press shoot and get many hits before he can even react. Or if you see that enemy is going somewhere behind, for example behind a wall, and you know where you can see him again, you can just press shoot there and get again many hits before he even knows what's happening. And let's see one video example. Yeah, I'm sorry there is no sound because I'm just too lazy, but just imagine that there is sound and you can hear him. So let's see. And how to fight versus many enemies? Well, always try to face one enemy at a time. That's the golden rule. So once again, always face one enemy at a time, finish him and then move to another. So for example, if there's some boxes or corners, then just go behind them and face one enemy, kill him and move to another, and so on. Well, how about if there is no things like box or corners on that area? Well, then just focus on one enemy and kill him and then switch to another, or you can keep him and then self-kill. Whatever, what is the situation, depends on it. But now let's see one video example on supply. It's defending flag, so let's see. Okay, and the last thing, keeping. So when to keep enemies? Well, the answer is always. Always keep the enemies. Of course, use your brains. For example, if there's like 2 seconds before enemy spawn time, then let him be. But if there's enemies nearby, then keep him. So use your brains. And this is one thing where new players or low players make mistake. They don't keep enemies. For example, if they kill like 3 guys and then they die, and 4th guy comes and revives them, so he killed them for nothing. And how to keep enemies? Well, there is 3 ways how you can do it. Knife him, shoot him, or explode him. So if you can get close to the dead body, knife him. If you can't, then just shoot him. And use grenades if you are in a hurry and you need to move on. So that's it.